Hi, welcome to Ocean's Mirror. Well, today I came across something today, and it's to do with one of the peoples who does work with nutrition and certain stuff. I know I was going to do an update on the other people, but I just thought, nah, I'm going to talk about this one instead because I came across it today. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I could find it. Now, I think I'm going to use two different two of them. Okay. Now, anybody who remembers Aris Lamb? Aris Lamb. Let me put him into the. Oh, that's not wrong. Oh, it's been wrong. Let me see this. Okay, let me see if I could sort of put him up on the screen so you can see him. One out. Okay. I'm hoping the picture is not so blurry on the other side. But this is Aris Lamb. Hold on, let me show you what he looks like. This is Aris Lamb, and he got scammed the other day by some lady. Alright, he got scammed by some lady. So I'm going to play the video because I saw it yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday? I think I saw it yesterday. Yeah, let me just play it. Let me position it properly. And the lady's Victoria Everest.
And with your website?
Thing is on Instagram.
Okay. Correct.
And that relationship went on till February of this year, or so.
Okay.
Was in total control of my Instagram. My C was doing all of the communication on Instagram, not me. I was at something like 690,000 when she came in.
She brought his account up to, brought it up by 310,000 followers. Cool. She knows how to market. Don't take away from her being a scumbag. Carry on.
Pretty much running everything. Position herself as, my angel, confidant, sister, no personal relationship, nothing like that. Just strictly her showing me what she could do.
No personal relationship. Yeah, we don't know he was trying to hit, bro. And the way she's a scumbag, she probably would have let him hit for some sort of benefit, money, control. She did, man.
He does is AI, Chat GPT and XYZ, and these are not my recipes. Where did you get these from? Well, I just went online and pulled, the 100 best raw food recipes. And
so she's selling fake wellness. She went online and got 100 recipes, so it's not actually tested. And yeah, she's moving mad. Cancel her.
Yeah, you sign up? No, I can't sign off. the main thing is that, like she was saying, you got a lot of money on the floor. I just have all this money coming in. The previous year, I had brought in, like 360,000 myself.
Okay.
I don't want to hold you too long. I just wanted you to tell me.
You brought in 360,000, you saw she kind of probably realized like, yo, the social media thing, you got money, and probably kind of showed them. And
well, you're easy to sell. You're easy, with her efforts, from April to February. Yeah, she must have brought in 150,000.
Right.
Twice, at least 3 times. I was still at my 360 minimum schedule, the total body reset retreat to come to my place, and that is everything that I was doing. The photo shoot for the book, and I'm paying the airfares and the whole thing, which, supposedly coming out of the money she's bringing in.
Right.
So everything that I have in my computer, she had access to it, all of my passwords, everything. Pretty much did a whole bunch of roboting around and locked herself into everything and get this, that.
Pretty much gave her power over most of his accounts, and that's where business smarts, you have to, like, when it comes to business and certain stuff and dealing with people, right, you have to know who you're dealing with, right? You don't just hand over your whole diamond to somebody, right? And he handed over his whole everything. Now Everest has been like this for years. He's literally the godfather of things, even though raw veganism isn't new or nothing. Let me see. Somebody said something. Hold on, I can't see you. Why is this? Hi, Genoa. Oh, it's okay. No, I'll still keep you. It's all right. I'm gonna still keep you as a mod. It's okay, love. It's no biggie on me. You know what I mean? People like everybody's going through something. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. I'm not gonna remove you. I'm not gonna take off your mod. No. I don't mind. But yeah. He's been a successful raw foodist for a long time. He literally trained a couple people. Some like this Capra, who's a raw foodist, went to see him. There's people from England that's gone to see him, learn under him, and they are doing raw vegan foods. So I mean, you don't just go over your Instagram accounts, this and the other and the other and the other. Even when you have certain people as your admins and certain stuff, right? You have to be careful with that. Yeah, and apparently this lady's been known for doing other stuff as well. So why didn't you research who you're working with as well? But no, I feel with what most people, it's just a pretty face, gives you little eyes in the right area and you're cool with it. That's why I said that how people go by people of face value. They don't go by skills or certain stuff. Fair enough. She knew how to market you. That's good. Like the guy said, it's good that she knew how to market you. She knew how to get you out there. But he was already out there. So I don't understand. I don't know. I keep saying I don't understand. I just think it's like, when I saw this, I was kind of shocked to me. You know what I mean? I always thought this man had this on lock. I spoke about Aris Lamb from a long time ago. It ain't just now this man's been around. He's going like though, like, I mean, like, so you just make any young thing come, take your thing and do whatever, and that's it. Anyway, let me play it a bit more, because there's another one I want to play.
That secret this, secret that stuff. By the time, at the end of the day, when I saw the damage, like, all the Google things that were signed into Google and going through here, going through there, the big straw was February of this year, the 21-day juice, juice fast. Yeah, let's do contract, the whole thing. She wants 30%. I said, no, 15%, or, let's just end this right now. So all this time is just avoidance of a contract.
Carry on.
So we never ultimately ended up with a contract. It's like everywhere she's at my side, and she's posting everything, and everywhere, I am, she's there. She's remade her entire image, entire self, based on, her standing next to me. It really hijacked my entire business. The photo shoot for the book,
She hijacked the entire business. Because you let her though, it's like you're complaining now because, oh, you've seen this come out, it's a bad name, you're in pictures of her, it's a bad name for you, you don't want to get tied into it. Now all of a sudden you expose her. You could have exposed her last week, bro. You could have exposed her the week before that. You could have exposed her the month before that. Why are you only exposing her now that all this is coming out? So people, humans are just weird, man.
They're front and center, built relationship with everybody. All my 15 students that came, at least 50% of all the photos for the book that had somebody's image in there, 50% of it was her.
Oh, I'm talking with the mic off. So I was just saying it's about how things look and it's not about the substance of it. For what I know of most therapies, veganism, from nutritions, right? It's about knowledge and stuff like that. A lot of people go by how people look. So obviously he was taken in because she's a pretty lady, and there's nothing wrong with a person being pretty at all. It's just that how scammers come in all shapes and sizes and all sorts of stuff. So if he did his homework on her, he would have found out who she is. That's the same thing I was told the ones about Dr. Umar over here, because they was taken in by Dr. Umar. Every single time he comes over here, they give him money. To me, he's a scammer, right? He's a scammer. So it's like it's the same with him. He got taken in by a pretty face, and he saw that she was good at marketing and whatever else. Mind you, I'm gonna play who Victoria Everest really is anyway, right? Okay, but I'm gonna play this one first.
So I've asked the photographer to sanitize the book and make sure nothing of hers. And all of my students, Chef Aki, everybody, she took over the relationships. Any brother that looked like he had some money in his pocket, she was dangling the silicone in his face. The brother who brought her when
he just said any brother like had money in his pocket, she was dangling the silicone in their face. So he just admitted this girl's about health and wellness, but her body's fake, so silicone, mental.
She came in October. Jason, he first saw her posting with me, posting for me. He hit me up. He's like, scam, man. This woman, this is bad news, brother.
She hacked his business.
She hacked him. Mm-hmm. And that was the day he found out. She had only met him 3 months earlier at his resort in
So she's been hacking other people's business. She's a go-getter. You shouldn't have just done, listen, I would have called you a hustler if you wasn't doing the fake grape thing. But it was a joke, man, for that, you scumbag.
Egypt.
Correct.
And she was 2 months pregnant for him at the time.
Correct.
They tried to kill her. So I got caught up in that narrative as well. So, but my only duty was to make sure I get her off of there because I can't have somebody get killed.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's getting mental.
Oh, he's just he's got that feminine energy in him. You see the kind of clothes he wears, the slippers and the whole thing. This is gossip. He's just trying to, you need to be careful with him. So I pretty much ignored the brother. When I finally woke up, I'm going to cut her off because I cut everything.
Okay, so she told him feminine energies, gossip, so obviously naturally she's going to ignore it and just business going well. Yeah, I made 360 bags last year, maybe extra 150. Like, yeah, cool. You're on my team, like, forget my man. You get it? I get that.
Change all my passwords, the whole thing. I don't say nothing to her. I've not said anything to her since then. I did not realize that she had changed the link in my bio on Instagram. And she put in a payment platform that the monies went to her. Where is the money? What's going on? But, the money cannot be touched. It's all secure. I'm managing.
And that's where you made a mistake right there. You gave her full run of your stuff. So she was able to add her cash apps, whatever, to his account. You don't give people the run of your stuff. That's not business smarts at all. one, I feel sometimes, right, you have to vet people nowadays, right? When you're coming to business with people, you have to vet them hard. It's not a matter of just like giving stuff over. Yes, when you're first starting out, fair enough, but you're seasoned to this, so you should see that coming. And when you see that coming, or if you got your wife, women, blah blah blah, children, they will say, "Hey, what? That person's a bit, you know what I'm saying?" You would think in this world these days, people would do research on their person, even briefly, to know who the person is or about before indulging into them, especially financially. Exactly. He's been at this for a long time. This man is seasoned to business. He's been in Honduras, I don't even know how long. He's been in South America for a long time, promoting, doing his business. He's come online, doing his thing. I mean, people say he has a bad rep on certain stuff. Yes. I don't know. I heard that there is an allegation. I just heard about it, so I don't know. I can't comment on that one, but I know because if I know he was about that, surely I would have already spoken about it already. Now, you made a woman manipulate you, right? Breast and body. Sometimes you have to look away and deal with what's in front of you, and don't mix business with pleasure. And that's where it goes south. Okay, because even I know at the beginning when I did my business before, I made a mistake of sharing my business plan. Then I had to tweak it a little bit at the time because the person was going to use my business plan as something. So once you've been through all that in the beginning of business, you don't even let nobody go near your stuff like that. You have to vet everybody. And on top of that, if you are training people to become business people, to become like as in a pyramid scheme kind of business where like you teach one, they teach about how many people, and then it goes down the pyramid, or however you want to put it. That's different. But she came and she just took his whole concept, it seems like, including adding stuff to his account. And that's one thing you don't do, is play with the account. So then afterwards, that's when like you have to get him the right people in to deal with her. You know, I mean, it's good that he's brought it online, but how many people's gonna see this? Because nobody's got a YouTube, nobody's got certain things to see that this lady is a scammer.
The whole thing. We can't take anything out till the end of the program.
So she's robbing his money, change the link in the bio. So people are buying his products or buying his service, and money's going to accounts. This girl's a scumbag.
I'm starting to realize now, oh shit, I got scammed. You know, the brother was right. I changed all the passwords and everything. And I went to change my password in Instagram. I have not told her any communication.
And I bet when she saw that, she got mad. She saw that how you caught on to her BS, and plus she changed all the stuff. So now she can't enter into the stuff. So, you know, let me hear. Let's hear what else happened.
That is foul, man. Someone get this girl. Whose granddad is that? Someone ride out for their granddad, fam. What's going on out here, man? That is foul. This girl is
Right, I'm going to show who the woman he's chatting about. And let me find it. Let me pull her up. Who exactly she is. I'm hoping it's not going to be a very long one, but let's see. Right, let's see. I made that many member to which they took my business idea and turned it into a negative competition with my business. Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me as well. I mentored somebody. Fair enough, the lady got far because I wanted to mentor people as well, and when you and it's worse when you speak truths to people to them. They don't like it. They don't want to hear it. They think you're hating. When you're trying to steer them in a way so they don't get so their business don't turn into like it's like simple something that it don't turn into, you know, because people are like this year, right? When you're doing business, you know, money when you're in friendship as well. Friendship, you can't work with some friends you can't work with when it comes to business financially. When it comes to family financially, you can't work with your family unless they're a certain way. You can't work with who else can't you work with? You have to vet everybody that comes into your business. You have to make sure that is this and that and that and that. Money one time did come into a problem when I ran something at one time, but I was able to sort it out luckily, because otherwise it would have turned into a back and forth. Because what I feel is like this year, at first it's all good hearted and sweet and light and yes, sis. And that word sis, I even hate that word sister to this day. I hate that word sis. I say to people, don't call me no sis, don't call me no whatever. I can't remember. No, the sis one is the biggest one, the sis, because it sounds like snake. Every time I came into contact with somebody who's mentioned sis or whatever, it goes tits up. I guarantee it goes tits up. If the person you are dealing with is on the levels with you, right? You used to work together for a long time. If the persons that you are dealing with and money comes into play, the thing with money that right, I feel it brings the worst out of people. It like it's like some people know people's situation and then they use that situation against them, and then it gets really messy. And I feel with Eris Lem being who he is, he should have researched who she was. Anybody that comes into contact with such a big person like Aris Lam, he should have looked into it. He should have had one of his peoples or whoever works with him in Honduras find out who she is, because right, it looks like anybody can come and they can easily get you. And really he should have listened. Fair enough, right? You're not into the gossip. That's fair enough. But what you do, you take that little tidbit with you, and then you say, you know what? Let me just go look into this. Let me just go check this out. And then you go check out who the person is. That's the same issue I have with most of the UK conscious people sometimes over here. In America, some of the people that they bring from America as well be scamming in America, and then they come to the UK, and then they make money here. So when you're saying to them, oh, don't check for that one. Oh, you can't say that. Oh, you're being negative. No, sometimes, right? Some people see stuff what the other people won't see, especially if they're not into social media and not into certain stuff. Like Rashad, I remember someone posted up about Rashad when he got the allegations. So I went and I said to the man, I said, Rashad done A, B, and C, and da 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 da. And he said, no, you can't say that. Oh, da, da. I said, no. So what I did, I spoke to somebody else who's been covering him, and they sent me the stuff, and I sent it to him. All right, and he's never posted about him since then, because you have to know who you're dealing with now. It's not like, I mean, fair enough, there probably were scammers and stuff back in the day, way back when, and all that. But some people, they will come under disguise of consciousness, come under the disguise of health, come under the disguise of whatever, and then afterwards, right, later on now, right, when you find out who they are, then like you're all shook and stuff, right? Right, so you know, so 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 it's like it makes an issue. Now, him being who he is, I'm not saying that how it doesn't. It happens to the best of people, because I'm not gonna judge him like that and say, oh, it's his fault. I just think because he's such a big person in the community, he's known for he's a rawest expert, right? He should be on his P's and Q's, because people's going to come at him and they're going to try and get him or scam him because they think he had plenty of money. Let me see. And he's probably not even made okay. So let's see. Let's do this one on this lady, Victoria Everest. There's actually quite a few videos on her. It's quite a few of them. Okay, let me line it up.
A video. I wanted to bring this to your attention, also to bring awareness to the current climate that we are in and the severity of what it can be and what it can look like for some people. I know we all have different opinion about Auntie Rona, and of course, you know, people have their own experiences. We do have influencer Victoria Everest, who has shared some really sad news today, and I wanted to do this video respectfully and also send my condolences. So she shares some really sad news about her mother passing away due to COVID-19. Statement.
This is not, because there was an allegation that she made. Hold on. Because they said there's an allegation that she made. Okay, I'm not dismissing what happened to her family. No, I'm not dismissing it. Okay. That's sad, but I'm not dismissing that. Okay. So let me get to it. But let's get to the real problem here, what she's done, because yeah. Okay. Oh, people's texting me now. Hold on. Let me put her up on the screen and I'll play, and then I'll go check my messages. Oh, why is it not that? Oh, you have to line it up. Okay, so this is the full breakdown on her. Okay, so let me just.
A false accusation from a woman on Instagram with over 750,000 followers who just one day decided to lie on you. This is the story of how a man almost lost everything, and the only reason he is free today is because a man named Gucci Walker went undercover to try to prove his and caught her lying about it on camera. So here's what happened. Gucci explained that his friend was accused of R by a popular influencer named Victoria Everest. Victoria invited him to her house. They did it consensually. Then she went to the bathroom, secretly called the police, and accused Gucci's friend of R-wording her. The police came through and arrested him right then and there. She gave the police her clothes as evidence, and she still had his sperm inside her, so she used that as well. She planned the whole thing, making sure he could not escape these allegations. For a second, I want you to put yourself in the man's shoes. You had no idea any of this was going to happen. The police come and arrest you, all because she lied on your name, and now your life is on the line. He was facing 12 years in prison. Career, reputation, freedom, gone. But thank God that is not where the story ends. Gucci Walker heard his friend's story and realized this couldn't be true. He knew his friend wouldn't do something like that, so he tried to prove his innocence. So he went to Victoria's gym, befriended her, built trust with her, and secretly recorded her admitting to everything. and what
Man, you can. I don't care. I want to take him to the cleaners, babe. Yeah, but this is what I thought about. This is what I was thinking. I thought about him because I know I hate him because he's so much like me, and it annoys me.
and what she said was absolutely shocking. She admitted she has been hurting men for years and bragged about it.
But Victoria, listen to me carefully, yeah? Your skill is that you can detect a victim you want and break them. That's what you do. You enjoy doing that.
The thing is, he's gonna go out continuing to fuck up girls' lives, yeah? With an assault charge and a rape charge. He'll think twice.
So she's been doing this for long. I pressed her the wrong way. Yes, because she used illegal things to finance her business from my business ideas I shared with her in confidence, using it as her concept for profiting into a six-figure income. Yes, people are bad. People, you know, that's and it's and there is cutthroats out there. There's cutthroats literally out there. Literally, they will see you doing something, right? And they see it getting successful. Okay, right? This is what happened to me. Okay, I wasn't really. I was dealing with the conscious community as well as dealing with the outside community. People see you doing certain stuff and whatever. And some woman wanted to work with me at one point. But what happened is when she saw my prices, she decided to use my prices and different things and all that. I've been through the ringer like that time. And this is before I started being on like high streets and stuff for a bit, right? And it just I think what it does to people who is in that position or certain positions, it kind of makes you more aware of people, because that means that how when it comes to business, you have to be very savvy on it, right? You can't exchange certain stuff because like you know, it's like you have to gatekeep your stuff. Basically that's what you got to do. You got to gatekeep your stuff. And some people, yes, it's nice doing working, what do they call them now, collaborations with people. It is nice working and collaborating, but it's worse when like you get the short end of the stick, or the person takes that idea, right? Then they move it, they make it theirs, they take it, and then they turn it into something, and then you're there floundering, right? Now, I used to work with a variety of therapists, and one time I think I had not an issue, right? I used to be one of those people, like when there's events and stuff going on, I will say to the person, look, there's an event over there, let us two go do it. Or when they send me something, I'll send it to the other person. I say, look, let's go to this where. When I came into a bit of problem myself, right, the person left me behind. They carried on doing their therapy, was doing other places, all here, there, and everywhere, and everywhere, and everywhere. In the end, right, I think I ended up doing something else for a bit because um like, you know, the trust is not there. The trust is there. You have to keep your mind, thoughts and everything, because like, you know, that when it comes to business, you cannot just give away yourself. Okay. And that's where it gets a bit, I think the thing stopped blinking. And that's where it gets a little bit, you know, crazy, because yeah, I can't explain it all fully properly, because I'm not gonna implicate people, but at the same time, it's like they leave you behind and they're floundering. You brought them, you introduced them to people, you introduced them to your network, you introduced them to everything, and then they leave you floundering. Exactly, Ocean. Plus, she used her best friend, who is a police officer, to back her up unknowingly. She had stolen my idea. Yes, that's what people do. Because I thought to me, like when therapists see another therapist down, right, and they know they got the skills and they know they got certain stuff, they know they're capable and all sorts, right? And they see you, like, especially if you fell into depression, you don't even know you're in depression by this time because like you've never, like, you don't know, like you know, and then the persons that is supposed to be your working with you, I don't call them partners. They're not my partner. I don't call them partners. I don't call them all them names there. I don't use them words there because I don't attach them words to other things. When you are collaborating with somebody and you're working with somebody and they are like going into your network, going into certain stuff, like you introduce them to certain stuff, and they go and they use that same network, right? And they left, they ditched you, and they're using your network, and you're just watching them, and you're just like raw, like, yeah, I've been there myself. I literally have. I've been in business where like I got messed up a few times. I got messed up a few times, and I was like being put in front of windows and all sorts of stuff. They're not accommodating you sometimes. You go to pop-up shops, you see it from skeleton, you be there all the time. The skeleton get a bit of blood, a bit of bones, a bit of something on it now. You're forgotten. Right? Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. So I've been in them situations. I've been there. I know. And I feel that's what puts me off starting anything. I'm not starting nothing. It's crazy. I feel in myself, if I was to start something, it will have to be worthwhile, beneficial. I really have to get something out of it now. I have not. And I'll say to people who's going into business or any sort, when you guard your business plan with your life, you vet everybody. You vet everybody. I don't care. Best friend, where. No. When it comes to friend and money, it's a whole something else. Especially if you see people who's up in ranking in certain places, and in conscious community as well, it's all about the slang, or you say certain words and you're accepted. That's a load of BS. It's not about what it's not about the greetings and the whole tip. It's about the work, what I can do. If I can't do the work, fair enough. I can't do work, fair enough. If I'm capable of doing the work, what I said, what I advertise, what I put on my boards, what I put on my cars, what I put on there and I put on there, that's different. Because many of the conscious community even mess me up a lot, right? And it's not fair sometimes. So when I hear this Eric's going through this lady probably fronted herself a certain way, approached him a certain way, maybe gave it all the spiel, you know, the conscious spiel, whatever. And he fell for it. And not only that, it's the looks as well. I feel people do go by looks. I really feel it's the outside appearance. Fair enough, right? Yes, you got to be clean and presentable and da. Bright breast and body, muscles, biceps. No, sometimes you got to look beyond that sometimes, because otherwise, right, you get caught up in something. You get caught up in things. And sometimes, right, you just have to deal with it as a business, and that's it. Right, you mustn't get the lines blurred. The lines mustn't be blurred or nothing at all, because once your lines get blurred, things like this happens. You get scammed. And then you're thinking, Ross, I literally gave this person the keys to the kingdom and they scammed me. And it's not fair. And to me, being who he is, like I'll say, the reason why I am saying that, because I've never wanted to be a raw foodist, but it's nice when I see people who's doing works like this, nutritionists, therapists, what else is there? all types, and they're running businesses, and the businesses is good, and they're selling stuff, they're selling goods. It's good. I just love it. I love to see people, especially people of color, doing stuff. I love it. I love it. It's one of those things where, like, you say, okay, fair enough, right, I didn't make it, but look who's out there. It gives you a little bit of hope for about the world and stuff like that. But this lady, man, he was looking at her looks, because I just seen the picture. So he was definitely looking at how she looked.
That's about. He'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets the next girl.
What do you want from that though?
So what? The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine. That's all. Let him continue lying for a living. That's what he does. He spins stories and sells dreams for a living. And I hate him because he's so much like me, and it annoys me.
And what she said was absolutely shocking. She admitted she has been hurting men for years and bragged about it.
But Victoria, listen to me carefully, yeah? Your thing, your skill is that you can detect a victim you want and break them. That's what you do. You enjoy doing it.
The thing is, he's going to go out continuing to fuck up girls' lives, yeah? With an assault charge and a rape charge. He'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets the next girl.
But what you done now, right? You've literally confirmed what every man has been saying for the past, I don't even know how long. Like, oh, they falsely accused me, or whatever. When there's real women who's real victims out there. You basically effed it up for some women as well, because that's why some men talk how they talk sometimes. I know I'm not for the manosphere or none of that. No, I'm not. I took it like this, yeah? I took it like this. When there's women like this, who's bitter, hurt, whatever, you're not the hero at this point. Because this is the argument people use about certain victims and all that stuff. Oh, this, that. And some people are real victims of rape. Real victims. Some of them literally go unreported. They go unreported because they're in fear of the backlash, or in fear of how people say, oh no, but it's a lie, and stuff like that. You know, I don't understand people like this. I don't understand people like this at all. So, you know, so, you know, so basically, I don't know. What was I saying? Sorry, I got distracted. I don't like women like this. And this is the same woman who went and scammed Aris Lim.
What do you want from that though?
So what? The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine. That's all. Let him continue lying for a living. That's what he does. He spins stories and sells dreams for a living. End of. So when a story spun on him, let him swallow that pill.
She admitted she put fake allegations on the guy just to get revenge. And she admitted that she didn't care if it ruined his life. She just wanted to get revenge.
Oh, you was able
It's not a game. I'm done. I've pulled back. I've done what I've done. I've played my move. I've moved on. Like,
think about that. Her intentions were just malicious. She wanted to ruin the guy for his whole life. She was playing a power game, targeting an innocent man, all just for her own thrill. This man could have spent a decade in prison, and if you know prison, you know that if you go in with those types of charges, they will beat you up in there as well. She wanted to put a target on a man's back that he could not come back from, that he would be constantly reminded of. His life, his career, his reputation could have been completely destroyed. All false accusations like this destroy innocent people and make it harder for real victims to come forward. And the people that make these false accusations often go unpunished. Meanwhile, the other party, the accused, suffer. When nothing happens to people who lie, it is injustice. And it doesn't stop people from lying again. So shout out to Gucci for exposing the truth. Because without that recording, the man probably would still be in jail to this day. Honestly, we all need friends like Gucci because people that are willing to go the extra mile to prove people's innocence.
Hold on, there's another one. There's another one. This lady's been busy. She's been busy. She's been busy. Hold on, I'm trying to find. I'm just taking random ones right now. Can I see why he fell for the thing in the haystack? Yeah, Mr. Look. Okay, so this is. Hold on, let me show you. This is Gucci, whoever his name is. Hold on, let me show it. Oh my goodness, same thing happened with her until we would be at the same events against each other rather than being business associates united for the betterment of community. Yeah, there is, yeah. Same thing happened to me. That happened to me as well. I yes, yeah. You will see people. I mean, luckily for me, I wasn't in the same events, but it's a shame that how you and her could not collaborate together to formulate the same thing. Because probably right, you guys are selling the same thing in it, right? It's ridiculous, right? What they call it? Something in a barrel. I forgot the saying. How the saying goes now. That's what happens sometimes, and if they see that you have a uniqueness about you, something unique, something that they ain't got, they will try to mimic that uniqueness, right? And it's like you got to twist up your business plan. You got to change certain stuff, change this, change that. Especially if you've been in contact with that person, you had to change so much stuff. It's crazy. It just goes so crazy. But this is we're gonna go to another thing. Somebody caught in public talk.
You're killing yourself with a fake rape charge. Can I tell you where? You're gonna have to put in energy to get a fake rape charge across. But if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you, and it'll be obviously they will have medical.
Because I've done all this. There's evidence. I've given him a clothes. He banged me with. Like we had sex, and he's denying that he was even there.
How can you do that if you got arrested in your house?
No, so one was for.
Yeah, but this is what I thought about. This is what I was funny. I thought about him.
Because I know I hate him because he's so much like me. Like, it annoys me.
But Victoria, listen to me carefully. Yeah? Your skill is that you can detect a victim you want and rape them. That's what you do. You enjoy doing it. Rape charge doesn't mean you've got a victim involved.
No, it doesn't.
It just means
I've just got one over. That's all.
Yeah, but it means you got desperate that you weren't able to hurt him. You pulled a fake rape. You know what I'm saying? So
that's still gonna hurt him. He hates that. And the thing is, he's gonna go out in girls' lives, without charging a rape charge. He'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets the next girl.
Yeah, fair enough. But it's a fake rape charge. So what do you want from
He lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine. That's all. Let him continue lying for a living. That's what he does. He spins stories and sells dreams for a living. End of. So when a story spun on him, let him swallow that pill.
But I get your angle, but then you can't say you won or you was able
It's
to
not a game. I'm done. I've pulled back. I've done what I've done. I've played my move. I've moved on.
But you weren't able to hurt. The way you usually like to hurt men, you weren't able to hurt him.
Well, I did, because in the relationship, I continued to cheat on him.
I'm saying this for my fellow criminal defence lawyers. Before you come at us and question how we can defend someone accused of rape, remember this lady. Victoria Everest was secretly filmed admitting she made up an allegation of rape against a man just to hurt him. So next time you try to use outrage or assumption to shame me for defending the accused, think of her and think of the facts carefully before you speak your opinion.
So a lot of people are confused about this whole Victoria thing. I'm going to try and break it down a little bit more clearer for you to understand what happened. There was a guy by the name of Gucci Walker who had a friend that was accused of grape. That same friend was on bail for this grape allegation put against him. What happened was this influencer by the name of Victoria Everest invited the guy to her property for consensual sex. Once they had sex, she now went into the bathroom and called police on the guy, accusing him of grape. So he got arrested on the spot in the yard. The evidence is there. Do you get what I'm saying? He's obviously in her. So he wasn't looking at one count, he was looking at 2 counts of grape with a minimum of 12 years if found guilty. So Gucci Walker obviously was upset by this and thought of a plan to obviously catch her out. He befriended her, went to her gym, and obviously got her to confess about lying about this grape that happened, which is obviously this video here that went viral.
You're killing yourself with a fake rape charge. I tell you what, you're gonna have to put in energy to get a fake rape charge across. But if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you, and it'll be obviously they'll have medical.
Done all this thing.
By the grace of God, police actually dropped the grape charges against that guy she tried to put behind bars. Now, obviously, she has clear mental problems. Allegedly, she only does this to black men for some reason. I don't know what black man hurt her, but she's got this thing for black men. And how she ain't being charged for anything is beyond belief to me. I don't know what's going on. So that is just a quick summary of what happened. And this is why you got to be really careful with the type of women you are dealing with, because some women are real life witches. If it wasn't for this guy, Gucci Walker, to think of a quick plan, he would have been sitting in jail right now as we speak. Mandem, be careful.
A lot of us have seen that video of Victoria Everest falsely trying to ruin a man's life because of ego, pride, hurt, pain. Whatever the man done to her, she wanted to get her get back, so she said, right? And if it wasn't for that man's friend or that guy who heard in the story for befriending her to then get her to admit her lie on tape, that guy would have been gone down for 12 years. That's a long time for someone to lie on you because they don't like you, right? We saw the same thing happen with Danny Alves.
Yeah, she's very manipulative. Very manipulative. Somebody must have hurt her pretty bad for her to really go out of her way to do whatever she's doing. Now, you see now, I've come from Everest to this, right? At first, I just thought, okay, it's just a regular digger scammer, right? I just thought it was one of those ones. But it's not. Like I said, she is making it bad for victims, victims who comes out and say that these things happen to them, that they've been raped, essayed, whatever. And there's you now getting off on this. It's not good what she's done at all. I'm surprised they ain't arrested her. I ain't seen her plastered all over the Sun and the Independent.
He spent how much time in prison for case to be dropped? No further evidence, let free. Now, for me, I feel sorry for the real victims of grape. I can't say the R word because it's sensitive, but the real victims of grape, I feel sorry for them because stuff like this will make them not want to come out. But for someone to lie on you like that, for cases just to be dropped with no repercussions, that needs to be changed. That, like the same sentence that man would have got or that woman would have got, the perpetrator needs to have the same amount of sentence done back. All right? You can't just go around and lie on people because you don't like them or you have ill intentions of them. All right? Like, I'm sure a lot of you seen that young Philly post. He posted, right? And people have been saying if he was guilty, he wouldn't be making that post. Right? Testing the waters to see what his fan base is like. And even the girl that accused him, a friend came out and said that she was trying to do that with a US artist. This is why I say to men, right? Like, be careful who you're seeing. Be careful who you're laying down with. Have self-control. Don't always think with down there. Think with up here, you know? Just don't put yourself in positions that can make you compromised. Like, we need to start educating our guys, our sons, our nephews, right? Because this is a lot. And the law, if it's not out there already, the law needs to do something for these people that lie on people, because they're getting away with nothing where they can potentially take in years of somebody's life. Wild.
Yo. So I come on this app, I ain't seen nobody cuss Victoria Everest. I ain't seen nobody come out and say something about this witch. No. All the creators on this app, I need you to wake up and Ginger J this girl. Ginger J this girl. Because I can't lie, we can't be selective. I think what this girl did is foul. In fact, I know what this girl did is foul, man. So we are cancelling together, whether you like it or not. So Victoria Everest is like a social media influencer. She was a role model, well, at least once was. You know, she promotes healthy living. She's like a health coach, a health mentor, tells you what to eat, how to eat right and avoid certain things, what these things do to the body. You know, her whole page is about positivity. To be fair, be real, I fucked with the page. I actually fucked with you, man. I thought you was cool. I thought you was all right. Getting caught on camera admitting to lying about SA and Grape and how you don't care and how you want his life to be finished because you know you hate him so much because he's just like you. That's rough, man. That's the deepest red card. Deep red. It's so deep red. It's even burgundy. Burgundy card, blood. All I can say in this life, we all need friends like Gucci Walker. Gucci Walker is the person that saved this man's yansh. Pause. Now, Gucci Walker happened to be friends of the man that's accused by Victoria Everest. Madness. The man explained a story to him about how everything went down between him and her. And he's thinking, raw, that's deep. I kind of know the girl. He went to the gym and made friends with her now. When he made friends with her, the girl just started chatting shit, bragging about how she ruins man's life. Next thing you know, she started chatting about his boy. So Broski backed out the camera. When he backed out the camera, this girl's lying on the camera now. She's admitting to lying. Proof and evidence. She's fully saying, yeah, fam, I don't care what he's going through. That's his issue. The girl straight up admitted on camera to framing my man. She admitted it. She said, yeah, I don't care what he's going through. Me and him are similar, so I hate the fact that he's just like me. He almost fucked up his life. The man was facing 12 years. If it weren't for this video, bro would have been under the jail, inside cell. A friend like that is hard to find. He put an extra shift in for you, man. Random, stay safe and sane. Women, stay safe and sane. Let's be healthy, man. Let's be happy. Fucking hell, blood.
But if everyone in the comments keep on saying she's not black, she's mixed. This is like amazing to me.
Now, please tell me, for the love of goodness and everything, and mercies, honor, everything, what's that got to do with it? That ain't got nothing to do with it. Where she's mixed, where blah, 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 blah. That ain't got nothing to do with it. The thing is that she done something, and maybe, I mean, I don't know whether there's been others who's done this, okay? So I'm not sure whether others have done this and been exposed. All I did was went to look at Eris Salem, and then I'm hearing her story, right? That how she scammed him. Oh, is she mixed? Is she this? Is she that? Is she this? No, that ain't got nothing to do with it. Anyway, I came across another thing. Hold on, let me see if I could pull it up. Because, yeah, I'm going to cut that one off. Hold on, let it just stay. I'm going to come back. Okay, let's take this off. Let's bring this down. Okay. Now, she did an interview with Trend Central. If you know about Trend Central, Backchat, is it Backchat? With, what's her name? That one who was friends with Miss Fabulous friend. I forgot her name. Oh my God. And she's Ghanaian or Nigerian. I forgot the names. But anyway, there used to be this thing called Backchat, and recently, as we know, Ginger J got called out for doing a lot on Backchat just the other day. I used to watch it a lot, but I don't watch it as much because they shouting too much and I can't deal with the shouting, to be honest. So she's went to Trend Central. She went to Trend Central. I don't know when this was done. This is her. This is the lady Victoria Everest. Let me see.
Video.
So let's talk about the video.
As a result of that video being provided to the police, I was charged, caution, and I had to go on probation. So I have a criminal record. And
are you saying that you wanted to get him back because of the abuse?
I called the police 19 times because I was at fear of my life.
What was the psychological effects that it had on you? How would you describe that?
I kept finding myself in relationships with abusive men.
Do you think that your father being absent in your life contributed to how you view men?
I witnessed the most horrific acts of domestic violence. I'm talking, my mum was regularly beaten black and blue.
You said that this video was...
his life was tragically taken. He was assassinated by a family member. And that was, for me, probably one of the most traumatic experiences I had to go through, as a young adult, in my early teens, losing I would say losing my best friend. I looked up to my dad so much. We spent so much time together, even though he wasn't there physically, he still was my idol, and to have his life, to lose him so tragically at such a young age, I think definitely played a burden on me for sure.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm really sorry to hear that. Do you think that your father being absent in your life contributed to how you view men?
Not having my dad around growing up didn't influence my view on men. I think what it did do is it created a space for where I didn't have the right guidance, nurturing, or support structure as a young person. It created the space for me to just essentially encounter challenges, going through, my teenage life from the age of from the ages of 12 to 16. So from year 7, to year 11, I went to 6 different secondary schools. I was expelled 3 times. I'd got myself involved with, a gang of criminals, to say it quite frankly. And I almost got myself murdered at the age of 15. I was on the front page of Hackney Gazette, because I had been kidnapped, taken, by the kidnappers to a river, had all of my hair cut off. I had a bag put over my head and thrown into the river. I was in a hospital for 2 weeks in concussion. And as a result of that, there was multiple attacks at that time. But as a result of that first attack, I was put into witness protection, which I later came out of because I decided not to pursue the charges. But at that point, I also was in social services by the age of 15. I was in a foster home. My dad wasn't around, like I said. And both my parents really tried their best with me. I am an only child. And I think by the point where they realized that my life was in serious danger growing up, at the time I was in Hackney. So when they realized that my life was in serious danger, my dad decided to step in and remove me from the UK. And I ended up finishing my studies in Germany. I went to the Berlin British School and I ended up finishing year 11.
Okay, wow, that's a lot to take in. There's so much to unpack in what you've just said. But what I want to touch on is, you mentioned, you talk about your dad, but where was your mum when all of this was happening?
She does need to be in jail. She needs to be in jail, not only for wrongfully lying on the man, but also the setback of victims coming forward and those falsely imprisoned. Yeah, she does. She really does. There's no excuse for that. She's trying to say because like she got daddy issues and stuff like that. I mean, I know there is women who have daddy issues and they will do things. I don't know whether I don't know. I don't want. It's with this type of woman, right? This type of woman has a lot of issues going on. She just have issues going on, and you know, it's like the story she's telling is could be true. I don't know because like we weren't in her life, but it doesn't mean this. But it doesn't equate to what you did to that man. You don't need to do that because once again, victims are scared to report when they're being raped and etc. By you doing this and making this big claim, because it is a big claim, remember, as well, you are therefore stopping other victims from speaking out, and there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that at all. She's saying that she apologized. Apologies are nothing really. It's a bit bigger than you. This is a lot more bigger than you. There's hundreds, thousands of. I'm sure if I pulled up the statistics of how many that grapes has not been unreported, it must be very big. It must be catastrophic. I can imagine because there's either people who go as far as unaliving themselves. To be frank, to be blunt, because what you're doing, you are stopping that person from being saved, from getting justice for what was done to them. It's a gosh, all these words are coming to my head. It is a blunt line when you are doing this as a woman, not even caring for others who on a daily basis, because these things happen daily all across the world. I can't even say there's one country. It goes all across the world. It goes across the world, across, you making these allegations have a great effect. Like most things which people never understand when they do certain stuff and they just don't get it. It causes such a big effect, and you in your mind don't understand the effect that you have caused. I've covered stuff on the dark waters of Ocean Yemi. Terrible stories, mad stories, crazy stories. When I hear the stories, even like I said, I reach a point to the video and they start going places. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm thinking, why is these people out? Because of people like you. People like you. Because you spoil it. Not to spoil it. You mess it up so much for everybody. There's women who's been through SA from young. They blank it out. They completely blank it out. They don't even talk about it because they don't even think they're going to get justice at whatever age, whatever. Even over here, something come out where Akua Rose was trying to get justice for the women of South London for what happened to them with a guy, I forgot, Rat or something he was called. I don't even think they got justice for it. I don't even think they got, because I'm using that as an example, and like this is daily, and boys, men, you name it, It's happened to children. I'm not even going down the ages. I'm not even gonna go down the ages. I'm not. I spoke about this numbers of times. I remember even going on panels and raising this up. People were just, and here's you doing that. But her, she's on here, she's talking about it, she's talking like, no. You cause and effect. You cause and effect. You put holes in the law where the hole shouldn't have holes when it comes down to these things. Because to me, there should be no holes when it comes down to these things. The perpetrators should literally get got. But if there's people falsely doing things and definitely in prison, yeah, it doesn't end good for the men who does these things. Mind you, they put them in special units and all this stuff nowadays. Like, you know what I mean? The perpetrator literally gets, I don't even know how to put into words. I can't put into words. I can't find words right now. Yeah, I can't find the words. I want to get to the part where she talks about how the apology and all this, whatever.
Him, early on in the relationship really was, when I look back and reflect, I think, okay, I definitely was in a really broken state. When I look back at that video, because, I've watched it a couple times, and just to set the record straight, that video was filmed almost 10 years ago. The person who I was speaking about in that video wasn't arrested and wasn't prosecuted. Whilst I said some extremely,
That's not the point. That's not the point. You're totally missing the point. You're totally missing the point. You could have messed up his whole entire life. People talk about putting on jackets on people. I remember when people talk about jackets, I think in My Jazzy Life. Well, that's the only person I can think of right now at this present moment. Where they're saying, oh yeah, right, they put certain jackets on, blah, 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 blah. But I know from what I watched, there were certain movements that didn't make sense. I know from watching, certain things just didn't add up. I will say maybe it might be right, but that could be an unpopular opinion because the evidence is all there, all online, everything, literally. But in this case, this man didn't deserve that. He didn't. Everybody have been through things that was difficult, but you can't use it as an excuse to do wrong to others or something negative to justify it. Exactly. And the thing is that I can say, oh yeah, karma, blah, 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 blah. I can say all that. In this case, she would never learn. She won't learn. Fair enough, right? She got arrested. She probably got a smack on the wrist. Don't do that again. She's very bitter. For what I hear of her, she's bitter. She's bitter. She's a bitter lady. She's a bitter lady. She's saying all this, oh, but it's not like he got anything. No, you messed up his life. You could have messed up his life. If his friend didn't do what he did, he probably would have been still in there all now, still serving time, because the law takes long to do what it's got to do. It takes long to get probation. I don't know how the law goes exactly. I should ask Medea. Medea knows about all this stuff, even though she's in America, but she knows a little bit about the law. Right? This is not on. You can't do that. Then how much years later now, right? I think, right, then you're scamming a big time raw foodist. But he should, well, like I said, he should have done his research on you. He really should have. I want to move. Actually, in fact, I don't want to hear anything from her again. Nothing. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Okay. Well, that's evil. I'm trying to find more, but they mostly talk about her putting on the full scrape on him. Did he confront her? Somebody confronted her. Hold on, let me see. This guy confronted her. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hurry up, hurry up. Let's see. And that one, where she got confronted. Okay, it's the same thing. The same thing I just watched. He called her narcissistic. Yeah, she's a bit too much, y'all. And then how much years later you go and you do the thing to Aris. Wow. Wow. Let me see if I could find more on this one actually, the Aris thing. Because it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Oh, I can't even find it. Can't find it. See, her Instagram was popping up on here. See, they said that how they're talking about apology and accountability. Does she take accountability for what she done though? Does she? See, I just went and I don't know why Eris didn't do that. I just went and I just found everything on there. Right? So I don't know. You should have researched the woman. You should have done it. Should have researched the. Yeah, you don't get taken in by whatever you was taken in by, and then you're handing over all your stuff to her. That's the crazy part. You're handing all your stuff to her. That's not even business minded. I don't know. Maybe I'm slow. I don't know. Right? Maybe that's what it is. I'm slow because right there, like I said, you're given the key to the kingdom. In business, from what I know of business, okay, and you cannot be in business for several years and you can still know what business is, okay, right? Zenobia as well. You don't give away. Right, this is what I would tell. Right, what did I say before? You don't give away your business plan. You don't get into stuff unless like there's a written agreement between people to make sure. So if anything goes wrong, you have your written agreement in your hand, so you can fall back on. Yeah, make sure it's signed by a lawyer. If you have to go down that road, make it as big as you go to the lawyer, you sign it, you make it like that. If you are getting goods from other people, especially people giving you goods, particularly right, um, right, you follow true and you make sure you do your whole thing, you advertise it good, you make sure that they get seen, you make sure that how their stuff sell like your stuff sell, because I've been through there where I've made stuff, my stuff didn't get put on certain shelves and then they get moved around and all this stuff, oh whatever, and the person who knows how the package should look or whatever needs to be on it, they don't tell you nothing. Don't tell you nothing, right? You figure it out, right? Another thing, right? You have to make sure the people you're working with that they are there for purely because it's for your benefit, it's for their benefit as well, but it's for your benefit as well. So you make sure if you have to sit down and have a business meeting every single day or every single once a month, and then you vet them. You do it like how they do in these business things, right? They do DBS. You vet them if it's nursery DBS, whatever. You make sure you got all the legal documents. What do they call it in America? LLC. I can't remember what it is over here. Charity numbers, all that. You make sure you got all that. If you're starting out from the beginning, and yes, you have to test out stuff before you begin. Yes, because I've been there. You have to test out the market and all that. I don't know whether it's going to be like that now, but you have to test out the market, make sure that that's what the people then want. If the people don't want that, fair enough. If we get into collaborations, partnering up per se, like I said, right, and you and this person, you come together, you formulated the plan, the ABC, you make sure everything's written down, everything's on solid, everything's hard copy, whatever you got to do, because it's a backbiting thing. People will see something about you and they're going to want to join in, and and at first it's all love and light and kisses and oh my sister and friendships and then when the friendship goes south, the business goes south. Try not to take stuff from others if you can. Always make it like, try not to, yeah, right. And yeah, that's what I would say to the ones who's starting out, thinking of starting out. Make sure. That's all I can say on that one. With this lady, yeah, research people if you have to go down that road. Yes, I know it's not a good thing to say nowadays. I feel people need to be research people. Aris didn't research this lady. It's not about the look sometimes. Presentation wise, as long as they're smart or whatever, people always start from something. People have to start from down there before they can grow. You don't just grow up big, so and then you start from a seed, and then you go into a small plant, and then you go into a tree, and then all the branches, right? Then all the branches come. Then you have to branch out, right? There's this business over here called Pen Pansy. Pen Pansy started out from, where did he start out from? Stalls. He was doing stalls at events. There's him. There's Oracle Kitchen. Who else was there? But Pen Pansy is a good example because Pen Pansy now have franchises, right? Pen Pansy started out going to events, started going to all over the place. I feel with him, he's very selective who he employs, and all that stuff. Now he's a franchise. He has a franchise in different parts of London, and it looks like it's still growing. He does health food shop and food and vegan food, right? Now that person, even though they will gatekeep their stuff, right? Sometimes it's good to be in contact with people like him or be around people like him. There is another one, but I can't think of right now. But there is variety of people who's got franchises who started from a small thing and then branched out into something else. There's Griot Chinieri, who does storytelling. She goes to where she goes? She goes to she camps out, and then they do storytelling and all that. Sometimes she turns up in places. She started out literally as a small, I would say, community something, and then she met up with other storytellers like herself, and then now she's out there. I mean, not everybody knows about her, but the ones who knows about her, right? Right. So, Dr. Sabi, well, he started out how he started out. Now, like, everybody knows about Dr. Sabi, right? Everybody knows about Dr. Sabi. Even there's one that I met. His name is Alkaline Zen, and he is helping either Dr. Sabi's son, daughter, I can't remember, but he's there. So these are all kind of successful businesses. All right. They're right. I'm sure they're doing it by the book. I'm hoping they're doing it by the book. Pen Pansy is a good one for over here. I'll say for the UK base here. There is many others. There's many others, but time would not fathom me to go through all of them right now. But they are very successful businesses. Therapy wise, well, you know, people branch out, they go universal, they go wider. They don't just go stick to one type of community, they go to the wider community. Because the wider community, you can get more, what do you say, recommendation. You're working with them. I would not say do not work with the universally. Universal, when you work universally, you learn a lot and you engage a lot. They recommend, and if you're real good, they will recommend to their friends. So, you know, but yeah, always research people, you know. But yeah, thank you for Genovia for coming through. I don't know who needs to hear about the tips. I don't know. I don't do business tips, but I know from experience when I was mentoring or when I had to mentor her, I gave her a lot of tips and a lot of things where she was able now to go set up. She's now set up. I mean, she wanted me to be her Reiki teacher, but I wasn't able to do that. But I was able to give her as much as I can, where she's able now to go set up, and she has a business. She's literally a shop front, right? So you always start off small, or however you got to go through, how many trainings you got to do to go to where you got to do what you got to do to set up, right? And it's not for the faint-hearted, because there'll be knocks, there'll be people trying to get to your idea, especially if you're real good at what you do, and they will want to get it. And if they get to it and they mimic it, or in any form or anything, that's when you know, okay, I have to change this. I need to manipulate, turn it around the other way, turn it around this way. Now, Eris, now he can come away from this now, because luckily for him, he changed his Instagram stuff or whatever, and that because of what happened, right? So yeah, I mean, I don't know whether I should do more on this Eris girl. I don't know, but it's straightforward. Who she is anyway. Okay, it's very straightforward who she is, right? But she's mostly known for giving fake fake what you call it, allegations. That's what she's known for, which is quite shocking. I'm trying to see if there's any newspapers or anything written on her, but I don't see no newspapers. It's mostly in the social media that she's known for. Now, her saying what she's saying, it's not that don't equate to the behavior. Let me see what this is. Oh, okay, I think they're talking about her. Okay, so that don't equate to the behavior. You don't need to do that. See, so they call her names and everything. Right, so that's about it with that one. But yeah, just be wary of people. I mean, like I said, set boundaries if you have to go down that road. You know what I mean? When it comes to business, you can't play when it comes to business. That's why there's so many successful people, successful businesses, because they don't play. They don't give away their diamonds and their gold and their silvers like it's nothing. And you have to know who you're giving it to. Okay. So with that said, thank you, Nubia. I'm calling you Nubia. Thank you for coming as well. Yes, and you'll still be my moderator, love. I don't take people's moderation, even if I don't see them. the only way the moderation will come off like that is if like there's a disconnection or something or whatever. Apart from that, I still have all of all my original moderators that is still around. The ones who know me from the base up, who's known me from my old channel. Oh, say that my old channel is back up. I'm so happy. But I don't know. I don't know whether I should broadcast from there or not. I'm just can't decide right now because it's so different over there. I don't want to bring this sort of stuff over there. Okay, so yeah, I still got all my old moderators and stuff like that. They're still there, whether they come or not or whatever. I still know who they are. You know what I mean? You know. So yeah, but I hope you get through with whatever's going on because I know life is crazy, right? Life is a crazy thing, okay? But whenever you are free, you could come through. Whenever you can comment on post, whatever. It's all good, okay? Any one of my moderators, past, present, ones who's been around for long, no, the present ones, you can comment, all right? Yes, some of the content has changed, yes. I don't really talk about my jazzy life no more. She's very annoying. I'd rather go over to other people's and listen to them right now. That's how I'm doing with that side of things. I mean, I found other things that keeps me already there. So I know sometimes people drop off because you're not talking about them things, but sometimes the content changes. That's how it is sometimes. You just right. Sometimes you don't want to talk about because that energy, and Jazzy has that weird energy. She still got it. She's still evil. I don't care. She's evil. She's empty. She's got no whatever. You can be in the lowest point, or whatever. To me, which is why I always say not everything should be on YouTube. Not everything should be on social media. People be going through a lot of crazy madness, crazy things. Well, however, if you're on here and it's like to give you a little bit of your opinion, there's certain help meets, whatever, like things like this needs to be spoken about because the wider community, certain people, like I said, don't have YouTube. They don't know what's going on with Aris, or they don't know what's going on with Young Pharaoh. They don't know what's going on with Dr. Umar, unless spoken about. So yeah, my biggest obsession really was that past couple months was Kabbalah. I mean, it probably is still my little bit of an obsession, but I'm not talking about them as much now because I see what's going on with that. So I was going to hopefully bring on more about them, but I mean, I think when I'm in the mood, I'll do it where that is concerned. But Kabbalah was very unique, you see, because of the situation and where they was and what happened there. So even Aoi and Nisha, like I said, it's a tragic love story because I believe that's what it was. I mean, you can't tell me no difference. That's what I see. I just see Aoi trying to be. He's being a good father right now to Munchkin. Munchkin. They call her Munchkin. So, when I talk about these things, yes, I talk about them because that's when, like, you see the humanization of it. But other times, the people like Jean and that is playing about and doing too much. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it, and it's one of those ones where, like, especially when you see with that situation, the girl is not all there anyway. Cara Taylor is not well. She's not a well woman. She's not a well woman. Right now, her and Jean has met back up, or Jean found where she is, which I don't understand why the system didn't even stop that. I think Kofi got deported, as far as I know. But I will. But I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I will talk about it. If I come and I talk about it, and we talk about it in the comment section, even there, because even you guys can bring me information, like, so in the comment section. So I learn from you. It's like how that is. So even if, like I said, even if I don't see people in the chat, I'm one of them. I just carry on talking anyway. Right? It's not like it's not like I like the sound of my voice. I believe I have to put it out. That's how I stay. Yes, but Jazzy, yes, on that level, yes. There's probably women like Jazzy all over around. There's women like her. She's very male orientated. She don't love her children. She will never love her children. Her children are just convenience. That's what they're there for. Hard or soft, your child can be the baddest. This is how mothers are, yeah? All right, your child can be the baddest thing. You know that mother will stand by that child's side to the end. That's how it is. They are a mother. But obviously some mothers will say to the child, like, you put yourself in a situation, okay? Yeah. So yeah, my schedule changed up due to life changes, so it's hard for me to get on. That's okay. That's okay. Just come in and comment or whatever whenever you can. I totally agree. Jazz is just evil as no. They're the same people. Let's not. They're Genovia. They are the same people. There's no difference. They're the same. Liv and Jazz are the same people. All right. They're the same. All right. Liv actually do have some kind of mental health thing going on with her. You see it on screen. I can't watch her for long. When I go to certain pages as well, or channels, however you want to put it, and they put that woman on, you know what I do? I tap out. I tap out because she deals with her son so bad. I'm just like, how? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, if I never had a son, I probably would never understand it. But you just don't deal with your son like that. You don't. Jasmine deal with Aiden so rugged. Fair enough, he's autistic. Yeah, he's autistic, ADHD, most probably, whatever. Right? At first, she didn't want to accept it. She didn't want to accept it at first. Right? They're not even with her most of the time. She uses the children as collateral and convenience. That's what she does. Right? That's what they're there for. She don't love her children. She never loved her children. Even when Planet Mimi showed an old video, the video old, right? It was My Shabby Life, I think she did pull up. It was horrible to watch. Even you cannot watch that video for how long, and then you can go back to it, you watch it, or you see it, and you're just like, why? What? Because the man dumped you. He dumped you. He was in prison. He dumped you, or wherever the case may be. That does not give you to treat them children like that. Lock them up in a room for hours. If you was in England, girl, boy, I don't even know. You see how with Jean Gasol, whatever, they take away her children. Why did they take away her children? Whatever she was doing, wasn't whatever. If she was over here, it will be very. I don't even know. Okay, and not that I'm saying it's a good thing that children be taken away from the mother or the father or whoever, but she dealt with them so bad. Okay, you put them in a room, you locked them up. Else, what's it? LED lights, right? LED lights in there, right? You're online. Even when I'm online, when this young one's here, right? And I had to tell her, wait. Sometimes I tell her wait, because she can't read the room. When they're autistic, they can't read the room. One. right? They're not like normal children. They're special in their own way. But at the same time, she denied. She was saying, "Oh no, 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 no. He ain't like this, like that, like this, like that." Now the small one he come with the same problem. Now you tell me, you had one, he's 7, the other one's 2, 3, or whatever, and you can't tell whether he's autistic or whatever. But then again, she's probably got undiagnosed autism herself. That's what I come to, and she's probably a little unhinged herself, because she is, right? Every single time the reactors say something, she comes back and she answers them. She come back and answers them. Then you're thinking, like, she says, "Oh no, I'm not going to show around." She's showing them. "Oh, I'm not going to show around me." Oh, I said, "You know what? I can't deal with that. I can't deal with her. She'll never learn. She'll never learn. She's 35. By the time you blink, you're 40, you're 50, right? It goes so fast. It goes fast. You spin around, life just goes quick. You're thinking, where the hell did my, you know what I mean? When you got children, it's different, right? When you got children, it's something else. Because when they get older, right, especially if you brought them up a certain way, your child will turn around and they will tell you about yourself. That's how they are. Like children, these children are different. They're different. They're not like when we was coming up. Like, you can be 35 and you have to be like know your place when it comes to your parent. The way how she cuss off her mother, I'm thinking, Ross, you cuss off your mother like that. Come on. And it's the same mother still turn around till this day helping you, because how you got that place, I think, is her mum or whoever. I don't, that one is just strange. And I really do think when Aiden's older and he got sense, he's gonna resent her. He's gonna resent her. Point my words, he's gonna resent her. Right? If it ain't in teenage years, it will happen, because children will sit and they will take in everything. Their minds are like elephants. They're like elephants. My children could tell me from when they're young to this time to that time. I'm looking at them like, when was that? So if she think when they get older that right, because like she wants a football star, that's what she wants. She wants a football star to come look after her, right? Fair enough. We all want our children to look after us. Yes, we do. I mean, we do. But if you treat them a certain way when they're young, do you not expect a backlash later on when you're older? Because when you're older and you can't do nothing for yourself, right, then what? Well, anyways, that's my little rant on her, because it's ridiculous at this point. It's ridiculous. I like the mummy sector. I like the mummy sector. I'm not saying sometimes, but I like it. But it's just that when it comes to my jazzy life, I'm thinking, why? I just think, why? Actually, I don't like why. I can't get my brain around it. Fair enough, right? Being in the chats is nice and stuff like that, but no, she's too much. She's too much. She buy clothes for herself. She don't buy clothes for the children. If you're getting sponsorship, right? If you're getting sponsorship, right? Clothes wise, when you not get sponsorship for your children, right? You get sponsorship for stuff for your house. Will you not get sponsorship for stuff for the children? I don't know. It's odd. It's odd to me, and I'm sure there's women are like that outside there. If I don't look good, my you have to look 10 times better than me. If I look mashed up, my child should look 10 times better than me. Right? That's how it goes. That's what being a mother's about. Then because you can push out a baby, don't make you mother. It's the same with a father. Just because he can give you a baby, don't make him a father neither. Unless he proves that how he is the father, like he behaves like a father. That's why there's so many women who have father issues, man issues, because of the father. the absent father not being in their life. See, once you come to that conclusion of certain stuff, right, in your mind and your head, and you get past certain stuff, and you said, you know what, right, this, right, you know what, right, A, B, C, right, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to rewrite it like this, like this, like this. No. Jasmine is evil. Full stop. I'm gonna change my word on that. She's evil. I even had one tarot reader come on here and read her. That's all she's about, is one thing. She ain't about nothing else. She's a bubblehead, big time. That's what she is, a bubblehead. And remember, I used to use these terms for Malia and the carbonation girls because your playing field is huge. You have a huge playing field, right? You have a huge playing field. Your channels, for how many years you've been doing the channel with the youths and stuff like that. But in doing that, you've been looking them up in there. After watching Nature Boy for I don't even know how long, when it was the YouTube that got him, the YouTube, Janae, that got him. That's why I'm surprised with certain stuff. I'm thinking, why is she still on here? My thing is, why is she still on here? Ruby Frank come and get locked up, and her friend come get locked up. Why is Jasmine still on here? Right? I don't understand. I don't get it. When my friends told me to stop, my friend was telling me stop talking about her. My friend said stop talking about her, because it was irking me so much. It was like, okay, I wouldn't say, I mean, people kept saying, oh, but Ocean, you're triggered. No, it's not about I'm triggered. It's not about I'm triggered. We West Indian children, we've been through mums sort of similar to her. So we know, okay? We know about them ones. How some of us are lucky where our grandparents come in, step in and take us from their mothers. So what is all the aunties, what's going on? About, she come on there the other time now, she was begging and all sorts of If you have a man over there, right, obviously he don't like you like that. He's just using you for one thing. That's what it is at the end of the day, right? You know what I mean? Who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, no. Once you've seen certain things coming up as a West Indian child, particularly, okay, and I use West Indian, back in the day when them parents used to beat your backside and they'll beat you without no apology, right? There was no social services to save you or nothing, whatever, right? And all this, because they will say to you, right, okay, when they come get you, that's how I can't remember the words, but that's how they would use. Them children been through a lot. I'm actually surprised. I mean, maybe I feel in Ava, there is a bit of trauma in Ava more. I can see it. She never looks happy. Every time I look at the child face, she looks like she gonna cry. You know, that inner crying. I feel Ava's crying inside. I really do. But I ain't no big talker. I'm not, no, it's what I'm seeing, it's what I'm observing. But I don't know. I don't know what to say on, but that's how I feel. That's why I been start chat about her. Because I see nothing ain't gonna be done. It's gonna continue and continue and continue. She's gonna be on repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's like what's it? When the thing glitch. That's how it is with her. If that be the case, I'd rather not. Right? Okay, fair enough. We talk about her today, but I ain't guaranteed. Me talk about shit. No. Do you know how much things there is to talk about apart from her? How much? And plus, I could choose the times I want to come or when I want to talk about it. So at the end of the day, if nothing's not going to be done, she's going to carry on and she's going to do whatever. Yes, she favors legend big time. I'm shaking my head. She favors legend big time because she still loves the man. The man all went off and fly off with one next lady, and she's still trying to make it like he's like, woman. When the man leave you, like I said, there's a time when you cry and you mourn and you do all them thing there and you go with the hugging does and you do the whole breakdown thing and da. But then there's a time when you pick up yourself and then you pull yourself together and then you get on with it. That's what mothers do. Whether you're a single mother with man, however, right? Because remember, some relationships sometimes are not always a steady or whatever. You know, the boat's always rocky, as they say. You know what I'm saying? But no, any single mother tell me, right? When one man leave you, do you just continue think about this man who laugh after you, call you radio, all sorts of what the hell? What's wrong with you? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying, right? But that's why I just moved on. So I had a Kabbalah obsession. We start chat about Kabbalah. Kabbalah was more entertaining. So I leave it to the ones in the mummy sector to talk. I rather go to the mummy sector and listen to them than me do, because I keep break. It's like I see something and I literally be like, Ross, did I just hear or see whatever? Or she'll say something, that thing with the uncle. But then you're saying, oh, he's going to come round and he's going to come and fix this. Why would you want him to come round your house after he... I'm just like, wow. Wow. The thing with the uncle. That there, you see that there? No. I wouldn't even want... To be honest, I will give relationships everything a break. After that, nah, man. After Chris gone, nah, man, we're done. We're having a break. Me just focus on my children. That's it. What? And then you're there and then you're giving him truck and giving him this. What is wrong with you? I don't know. She's from a deep, broken place. Right? Yes, she does come over a little, you know what, whatever, touched, whatever. But at the same time, my thing is this. You have a big family. Your family is big. There's some women who don't even have that, all right? And you are making out like as though it's just you one by yourself. There's women who don't even have backings. They don't have backings, they don't have support, they have this, they have that. They have to do it all by themselves. Somehow they got to make it work. They got to be at 3 places at one time. Somehow, by some miracle, be there for be there this, be there that. They have no uncle, no auntie, no tanty, no nothing. And then you come on here and then you do all that. I'm thinking, wow. So nobody stepped up to even go save them damn children. Nobody. Luckily, all right, I don't even like Philip. I don't like Hannah. Right. At first I thought, okay, whatever. I didn't know about Philip and his background and blah 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 and all the other extras. When I find out about Philip on the other, I'm thinking, oh my days. It's not one, it's like from worse to worse. Like really. But in fact, the children actually do enjoy it better with Hannah. They get a proper family life. They're around a whole set of different people. Right? They are shown what family is. That's what they need. I feel they need that, because she doesn't. I don't know what's with her. I don't know. I can assume all sorts of stuff, or I can assume, but at the same time, it makes no sense. I'm just flabbergasted. That's the word. Flabbergasted. Wow. I said, you know what? We don't want to chat about that girl no more. So it's only for today you're going to hear me chat about this girl. But apart from that, me not chat about her. That's why, yeah. She is ridiculous, man. She was uncalled for. The way she treats them children is messed up. Facts. Jasmine shows favoritism to Legendary over the others, and the only reason she's tolerating the Davis was because they fit into her living and her dreams through them playing sports, thinking she's a WBA. Yes, but apparently she wasn't even that great. She wasn't even that good. Then you come on here and then you're making out, oh, I'm going to work, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Do you know what? People more like you better. Like, right, sometimes, right, you don't even have to say anything. Don't say nothing. Put it this way, just shut up after. Shut up. Right? Jasmine, is what she does. This is right. YouTube is her thing. Is her sole thing. All right. Fair enough. Right. We all watch YouTube for whatever the reasons, because people come on, they watch YouTube for entertainment, this, that, and the other, whatever. Or they do YouTube for this, that, and the other, whatever. I don't know what's her thing. Her stuff reach outside of the mummy sector so much times. I'm just surprised he reached out of the mummy sector. Right. And she's still doing the same thing. You're still doing the same thing. Coffee, same thing. What's the word? The clothes, same thing. What? Me can't remember the other thing she does. She does something, all the same thing. When she gets upset with Philip and Hannah or whatever, she takes it out on the children. Fair enough, right? You can get mad. You can go crazy. You can throw a wobbly. You can throw a tantrum. But you take it out on the children. Right? Fair enough. You can discipline children. Yes, I shout too. Yeah, I shout. But at the same time, I don't do it on a flipping YouTube, on a live. I try my best not to, like, when I'm telling her when she can't hear me. But obviously, like I said, when you have a child who's a scene child, as they call it, they're different. They work differently, right? But the way she comes at Aiden, come on now. Calling them bees and this and that. What's that about? What's that about? I don't even know. I can't. I said, you know what? I can't. I'd rather go over and watch other people talk about her. I say the same thing. She can get stuff for herself and Legend from sponsorship and government assistance, using all the food stamps to buy the good stuff. But Davis gets scraps. Yeah, they do. They literally do. They literally do. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. It's not fair. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. It's not fair at all. It's quite sad. Oh. It's quite sad how she treats them. It's really quite sad. Even her oldest one. He's putting her in small shorts and all this stuff. Who are you advertising to? Who are you advertising them to? Well, you want to protect your children at all costs. If you've been through certain stuff as a young child, a young girl, however, whatever, will you want to protect your child? Will you want to protect them from that? You know, don't right. Don't they say it goes both ways? Either the parent turns or they do what. I think anybody who's been essayed, abused, or whatever, they're more protective over their children. She's so ridiculous. Honestly, she's so ridiculous. I went on Planet's reaction today. That's all I can say. It's ridiculous. It's obviously ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm surprised. The passengers, it was 8 passengers, they can literally go through her whole thing and they can see what she's doing. But they're not doing nothing. Yeah, now she's claiming Chris is keeping Legend while she works. I think she's lying because I told her CPS wanted to know why she be leaving Legend alone in the car while she... Yes, I remember that one. Yes, I did a live on that one time. Where she left the boy in the car. And I'm thinking to myself, People with thief car, kidnapping goes on a lot in Texas. Texas is notorious, one of the states where a lot of kidnapping happens a lot. A lot of stuff happens in Texas. Right? It's one of the biggest, I think it's one of the biggest or one out of many. So she's doing that. She's so oblivious. She's so oblivious. You either have them walking behind her, all sorts of things. I'm like, what the hell? Me, I just keep my one close to me. I have to hold the hand close to me. No, this, no, boy. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, that's why I stopped talking about her. If people really want to know why I stopped to talk about her, because I got fed up talking about her. She ain't changing nothing. She ain't changing nothing. Right, right. It's basically gonna be in circles all the time, consistently. She's gonna be consistently in circles all the time. I've seen mothers. There's one called Breenie, and she have 5 children, I think. And she really looks after her children. Young girl, young. There's Zanadia. Good. I don't know what's her problem. I don't know. 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 I just leave it to the commentators. Let them go deal with shit because we can't deal with shit. We can't do it. Stress and blood pressure and triggering as hell. You come away from the blinking thing thinking, wow. Like, wow. Then like you start thinking when you was growing up, like, wow. That's all I can say. She doesn't care. She's all for legendary like goal. Like, come on. Literally, come on. Right? I just don't understand. No, I don't understand. I understand. I get it. But then it's like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. So that's why I decided, okay, Zanadia. Yeah, Zanadia's good. Zanadia's real good. She's young, very young, very young. Right. And she really looks after her children. She looks after her children. There's quite a few of them, you know. The Nika and all that. I don't know. I don't know. Nika. Oh God, jeez. Where do I start with Nika? Nika. Oh my God. She reminds me of those old 90s, 90s women. I don't know. She just gives off something. Well, she's just funny and strange. I don't know. I ain't even gonna go down that rabbit hole. No. There's another one I can't even think of. There's so many of them. You're just like, wow, like, you know. But Jasmine definitely has support. People need to stop giving in to her begging or whatever she's doing because like it's just crazy. You just don't like. She seems like she's okay. She lands on her feet. She's like a bloody cat. She lands on her feet every single time. When everybody thinks, yeah, you know, oh, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, or they start predicting, and that girl lands on her feet every single time, and you're just like, damn, like how, like you like even you can't believe it. You're just like, how? But yeah. To me, I don't know no father who's gonna take the children for that amount of time, and then like you only turn up to sports when there's a party. You turn up. Well, I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm actually surprised if that was a Jamaican father. If that was a Jamaican man, this would be a whole different conversation because he ain't gonna stand for that. He ain't gonna stand for that. I know a certain African man don't stand for that. So you know, she was living with Philip, young. I'm thinking young, like how? My grand would have broke my waist. You crazy? Go live with who, boy? What with? What with? When? You mad? My grand would have cut my skin, cut my blasted ass. don't know, it's different. Yeah, I was saying, wow. I mean, wow. Some people really got raised differently. They got raised differently. I don't understand it. And I don't know whether Janobia is Jamaican or West Indian or Caribbean, but go so in Caribbean house. You cannot say like 14 years old, whatever. Even if the mum is going out and partying or whatever, right? No, they will say to you, no, you can't. They can't. The first thing they say to you, if you think you're big woman, they're the door. Take your things and go. That's how they will. That's how they play. They play like that, right? So no, no. Jasmine is a lost cause, mate. That's why I leave. Like I said, I leave it to the ones to do the commentary on her or reactors. I rather go to them because like some of them know her from a long time and they know her background and certain stuff and blah blah blah. I I just found a full story, totally, properly, what's going on, properly. And I'm just like, wow, she could have changed the whole set of things with her children. You could have. I mean, like, I'm not saying that how right you have to be perfect. No, you don't have to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. Everybody's always in work in progress. But at the same time, there's limits to this, man. You don't come out, you come on a live and somebody has to tell you you're beautiful or some foolishness like that. What the hell? No. Or something like when Shabby Life talks about her ego getting scratched sometimes, she needs the ego scratched. She does a lot of stuff. My Shabby Life shows a lot of stuff, shows a lot of things, and you're just like, wow. Anybody who had a chance to look at my Shabby Life, it leaves you you're in tears for them children. You're crying, right? Because you feel it for the youths. The youths should have no rights to go through that. They don't. They shouldn't. They really shouldn't. You're locking them up. You bring them into the world, you're locking them up. Like as though they're not your children. What the? I don't know. Anyways, don't let me start talking about this woman again, right? Because I'm trying my best not to right now. My dad didn't allow me to date until 17. Yeah. I was brought up by a very strict grandmother. Strict. I wasn't allowed to do nothing. I couldn't even breathe most of the time. Must be crazy. Very strict. West Indian grandmother, right? A Christian one at that. That's the worst one. So you know, you're there dealing with your children messed up. Messed up. I raised 4 children by myself, right? I raised them by myself. I even was able to do business at one point. So I'm just like, what in the heck? I was always trading, always doing something, always doing something, always guarantee it. The change of climate's really messed me up. You know, is mad. The change of climate in England has messed me up totally. But I was always doing something. I was always about something because I come from them type of women like that. My mother to this day is still training, still doing stuff, still always doing. Right? You know what I mean? So you cannot tell me like, yes, fair enough, you went through a bad childhood. Yes, like we get it. But you don't take it out and you try your best not to repeat it onto the children. You try your best. And I repeat, your best, not to repeat it onto the children because it's not their fault. They didn't ask to be here. First of all, they didn't ask to be here. They didn't call for you. You went and looked for them. Right? You went and looked for them. They didn't ask you to be here. Right? Children don't come here, right? Like to say, let me come look after you and then send you back. No, they didn't ask to be here. And you deal with them such levels. I'm just like, it's disgusting levels are nasty. And I'm not ranting, I'm just speaking in general. The way you deal with them is disgusting. It's disgusting. And I'm not surprised the reactors get on your back and the commentators get on your back. I'm kind of glad they do get on your back because when they get on your back about certain things, that's when you change stuff. But why should they have to be always on their... They're not your mother. Your mother was even a couple doors from you. Was in a nice neighborhood, literally. The neighborhood was pretty. The house, okay, was a bit, whatever, fragile. She there said that the woman's there doing whatever. What the... Huh? You're selling stuff. You get stuff from Causeway, you're selling it to your mother. No, you give it to your mother. That's what you do. You give it to your mother. Because she used to do a lot for you. When your son didn't have a car seat, and the man was there, she bought a car seat. As bad as Cheryl is, Cheryl did stuff for you, right? And I'm not taking Cheryl's side on certain stuff, because even she have a whole set of skeletons in the closet too. But at the same time, right, when it gets to a level and you're there, like, I call it trying to be like the Joneses. I don't want to be like the Joneses. I don't. You're trying to be like the Joneses. Like, come on. Like, really? Like, really? Like I said, there's something wrong with her. Just like the unhinged queen, she unhinged too. Unhinged. I don't know what's wrong with her. Where's her mindset is? She there relaxing here. Here, tin. I can't tell you what tin like the hair. And not all the time you got to be showing your business, your bosoms and your business neither. You don't have to show your body or your body. No, you're 30-something years old. Come on now, you know what I mean? Like, yes, it takes us a long time to come to certain conclusions in our life and take accountability. Yes, even me, so I have to take accountability for certain things in my life coming up. But at the same time, right, you don't want to be in a continuous cycle. I hate being in cycles. I hate being stagnant. I hate it. I hate it. You hear how I does be told to tell my friend, oh, me hate it. You know what I mean? Sometimes, right, there's more to this than what it is. But you stuck in there. She thinks that ghetto is talking all harsh and no, that's not ghetto. What you is doing, you're playing to the stereotype. One guy said, what the minstrel? You are the minstrel on the blinking YouTube. That's what you are. Well, you don't see it like that. So when people call you out and say certain stuff, you shouldn't be surprised. Like, you know what I mean? You there put things on big YouTube. How many people's on YouTube, darling? Well, about 1 million of them, 1 million or more is on YouTube. And then you show him portraying single black women like this. The world already see women, these type of women, a certain way already. But there's you there, and you showing certain stuff, and no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Even I was mad with the Kabbalah Kingdom because of how they was getting on in Jegbra. I'm mad. I was mad. I'm mad, right? Because you're reflecting me. Right? You're reflecting me. So come on, like, come on. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, facts. I love raising my children and continue to install those positive attributes with my grandchildren. Yeah, exactly. And that's how it should be. She, on the other hand, doesn't get it. She don't get it. She'll never get it. She'll never get it. Right? You can be in the worst situation ever. Some situations, some people don't even want to be in, but they're in it. You know what I mean? You always get saved. There's someone there to always catch your backside. I'm surprised how she get where she living right now, and where she don't have to pay a lot of money or whatever the heck. Well, I don't know. I can't remember the story. Jesus. Too much, man. She's too much. She does my head in, honestly. It's not triggering, it's just ridiculous. Let me repeat. It's not triggering, it's just ridiculous and foolish and ridiculous and crazy. And I'm surprised. Like, yeah. I'm just glad it hasn't turned into a Ruby Frank situation. I'm surprised. Because it could turn into a Ruby Frank situation. Like, you know, maybe it's a good thing Philip didn't go into jail, because who knows what would happen to them children right now. Look how these women treat their children versus Ramden. Yeah, that as well. Yeah, now she's got to seem like they're saying she has a man or whatever. Not that I care what she does with her frontage. We don't care. But anyways, it's just crazy. It's just like, come on, that's crazy, man. I don't know who's saying speech. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. She's just too much. It's too much, man. It just gets ridiculous. Everyone, we're trying to fight to survive out here, and here's you on here doing all that, and you don't think, like I said, people do things online and they don't think there's not an effect that's going to happen in the real world. No, there is an effect, right? There's single mums out here working. There's a lot of single mums working very, 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 very hard, right? Right, they're looking after children, because being a mother is a job by itself. But you come on here and you're doing the most. You don't got no concept of nothing at all. No concept, no thinking, no in case this happens, in case that happens. Me, I always think about when we pass, what's gonna happen to my children. That's the first thought coming to my head every single time. Every biggest worry. When I pass, what's gonna happen to my children? So she thinks she's gonna be 35 all the days of her life. Carry on thinking you're gonna be 35 all the days of your life. Because when you get older, that's when it really sinks in, love. Okay? When you turn 50, 51, 50, right, and then you start going down the numbers. Because there is some 30, like, she should not be looking how she looks for her age. You're not eating right, you're eating processed food. You're not even cooking a pot for the youth them. You know, cook food, right? Everything microwave, right? I'm not saying that no, you shouldn't do quick food. Yes, sometimes you should do quick food, but other times microwave, processed food, tin food. When she cooks something, she burned the food deliberately for the children, deliberately. Now, if that isn't evil, I don't know what is. You're making something, and then you're making a spaghetti and something. Also, they're not gonna like spaghetti in the older age. That's a memory every child keeps. There's always something that a child don't like because of growing up. Spaghetti, one pound of meat. What is going on? What is wrong with you? I don't know. I sound like I'm ranting, but I'm not. Okay, I'm just trying to say, I'm letting people know I'm not ranting. I'm just saying it's ridiculous. Jazz and Liv Nika will curse and mistreated their children, but I bet they don't do the same to those guys like Chris and Joey, etc. Yeah, they don't. They don't. They don't. Because they feel by how saying that how they have man that is something. Well, what about just sitting by yourself sometimes? Yes, it's a lonely existence, but sometimes, right, you have to sit by yourself. Well, I don't even know anyway. But anyways, let me come off because it's 2 hours in. Before people thinking, oh, she's ranting. No, I'm not ranting. I was making several points because ridiculous. It just doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, what's his name? Legendary. He what them children didn't get. Legendary gets a lot of he gets taken care of. Maybe on camera, yeah, fair enough, whatever. Maybe off camera it might be different or whatever. But she said to one of the children, I don't like to touch. She's a making legendary hugger. What? I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I don't know when that is going to end. I don't know. But at one point, it's not going to end good in one sense, because them children will grow up and they will see the BS. And at one point, if they do get to the YouTube and stuff like that and they watch certain stuff, that's why Caitlin kept saying, what, Jet2 holiday, because she heard about what happened with Chris and the woman that left, and that was the thing that was used on the thing. So Caitlin kind of shaded her a little bit, and she didn't like it, and she know. Even when the people's there telling her, oh, so what about Chris, blah, 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 in the chat. Chris left you in craziness. He left you in craziness. He did. He left you in craziness. He left you in craziness. You gave him your whole heart. You paid a lot for stuff for him and all that. And he left you floundering. That's what it left you floundering. And you're still batting for this man. Like, really? You leave me. Me and you was doing rent and then you left me. What the hell? No, forget that. No, forget that one. Nah. Nah, blood. No. Nah. Yeah, come around me, little more still. No. She they're holding out hope that he's gonna come back to her. One, you're not his type. You're not his type anyway. You're really not his type. He told you that to your face. Literally. And you still ain't clock what going on. Boy, this is your platform to discuss whatever you want. Doesn't mean you are triggered or anything like overreacting, discussing these poor excuse mothers. Truth is truth. Truth is truth, yes. But then at the same time, it gets ridiculous. Then you find yourself, you're doing video after video about the person, trying to figure out, why are you like this? My question from day one was, why is she like this? I got it answered through Hungry and Dr. Amira's platform when they pulled out the court papers about her mother and how she dealt with her brother and how she dealt with this and how she. But does that mean that you should continue what your mum did to you, to your children? Is that even right that you do that to your children? That you took 9 months to bring into this world, getting preeclampsia and all sorts of things happening to you, but you still continuously do the same thing. You get you get sponsorship from Temu. I can't remember the other place, Causeway. I can't remember. All them sponsorship, and you tell me you don't give your children nothing. You got sponsorship. You made dairy. You made sure dairy was sorted. You went and you pick up something from off the road for your daughter. Fair enough. I'm not saying that she shouldn't do it. But the thing with that, it's the principle of the thing, man. It's principle of the thing. You birthed them twins. Mimi played the video of when she had the twins. I think she had them before she had them. And she was all loving to them. Fair enough, the man, he should not have done you what he did, where he went into prison and then he dumped you. But then he took it out on the twins. Nah, I don't know. No. Nah, that's too much. You take out how you feel about the guy on your children. They have nothing to do with this. They're innocents at this point. They come into they, like I said, they didn't ask you to come into the world. You done so many whatever you did. You're so brazen. You come on in, you tell people that how right you have A, B, and blah 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 blah. I'm thinking to myself, what planet am I on, really? What planet? Well, shall I say, what planet is she on? What planet is she on? Now, people need to understand. There's all type of mothers out there. Yes, there is all type of mothers out there. But when you are projecting it on YouTube I'm doing it on live or whatever you're doing. Fair enough. For the commentators, it's different because they have children, and sometimes, like, you can't control certain stuff that's going on or whatever, yeah? But at the same time, right, you will put your children in inappropriate clothes, all sorts of things. You know that there's weird people behind these devices. You even set up a channel for your daughter. Now tell me, if that is normal, boy, this world is messed up, I tell ya. If that is normal to you, that's not normal to me, okay? That's not normal to me. Like I said, I made a whole different channel about abuses. When you hear all the stories, right, you surely cannot sit down and watch this. I mean, fair enough, I watch it as well, right? We watch you day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, month after month, year after year, whatever, whatever. Do the same things to the children, and you think it's all right. Are you okay? Are you okay, love? Must be something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Because, boy, if that family was different, this would be a whole different story, I'll tell you. Because you know what? Some families, you know what they do? They say, you know what? I'm going to take custody of that child or custody of them children. They ain't being treated right. Even his sister come on and she explained the situation. You get mad. Sierra basically just said exactly what everybody else was thinking anyway. She actually confirmed a lot of stuff to a lot of people. So therefore, right, everything Chris. You literally wanted to break up Chris and his family as well. Like, why? Why? What's wrong with you? Anyway, we know what's wrong with her. I ain't even gonna say what's wrong with her. I don't even know. Me not even know. Lord, me not know. All I know is, you see this one here, me not, after today, me not chat about she again. You see, I left up some of the videos. I deleted most of the stuff there, but I left up the key ones, the resentment one. I think I left up one or two, I can't remember. Blanco, whatever. Yes. See, this woman here, me not chat about she again. No. Me talk about anybody else but she. Anybody else but my jazzy life. I'm not even putting it on my posts. No, I don't even want to see. I don't know. I'm not doing it. I leave it to the people who've been commentating on you for years or however long. They watch the children grow up. Everything. They know so many details about you. I mean, myself, how could people know when you're getting paid every single month? Right? They're not supposed to know. Right? That's one thing. They said, even on social media, they said, one, you don't give away your financial. Two, you don't tell people about your relationship. Three, you don't, talk about your living or whatever. You try to keep it as much as whatever. They're not even supposed to know where you live even. That's how deep it is, right? This woman will show her everything, this, that, and the other. They can even tell when she get money. Like, come on. Anyways, yeah. Me done. Basically, Ocean Yemi channel, Ocean Yemi. After today, me not chat about you again. Me done. Because that over there, that energy over there is crazy. But some of the reactors can handle her because I see they know they know her mindset and they know how to deal with her, and that's how they deal with. Yes, man, you don't deal with her because me don't want nothing to do with she. She evil inside, outside. However, it's even showing on the outside. As I'm hungry said, it's showing on the outside, and it is. It is. That's why you got all them bumps on your face, and God knows what's going on with you, because you are evil. You're bad. Not only in mind, not only in outer, inner. Like, what is wrong with you? Honestly, if that's probably why you don't have female friends around you, because they will tell you about your clock. You see, that's what it is. You see what I mean? You don't want them type of female. There's one thing we like about my friends. They say, you know what, you're wrong. and they'll tell me why I'm wrong. Sometimes, right, yes, it's a hard pill to swallow. Yes, it is. It is. But when you really sit down and you think about it, you said, you know what, friend, you was right. Yeah? Yeah? That's why you ain't got no female friends around you. I know exactly why you don't have no. You know the live don't have female friend around you, because they will tell you point blank what you're doing is wrong, and you won't like it. Because you don't have them blatant ones who don't cut ice, they don't see, they don't. They will tell you, and you don't like it. Don't like it. You don't love it. Anyways, maybe chat to scream like, cause. Anyways, let me come off, y'all. Let me come off, because, boy. See, just talking about her, you see how much things like me list already. Thing, yeah, because like, yeah, you know, life and stuff. Life is lifing with everybody. So, yeah. It's okay. Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? I was gonna read your thing, wasn't it? We told her, Chris showed her he don't want her, yet she's still talking about how she's still in love with Chris. LOL, she's the clown of the yes, he never liked her. He had a preference. She was not the preference. She never was the preference. He told her blatantly to her face, even when like it was, what's it, the past one, not past one, what they used to do. Hit it and quit it one, I think it's a like or pass, I can't remember. He put up Rihanna and certain ones and certain ones and certain ones and certain ones. No, she and oh no, she put up Rihanna and certain ones, and he said, yeah. And she sat there and she just looked mad and vexed. She was never his type in the first place. It's quite straightforward, quite straight. You can see, obviously, it's convenience, somewhere to stay, whatever. Well, I mean, like, we hear about these type of men all the time, innit? And there's women like that, obviously. But, but yeah, planet, desperation, the la la land of foolery. Yeah, she is. She's rich. She's literally not all there. She's not all there. She's not. I come to the conclusion she's not all there. Right. So, yeah. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come off, and I'll see ya. I have to go and get some stuff. Okay. And I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, just because I talk about her today, like I said, this is not gonna be an ongoing thing. This is just a one-off, yeah, because I leaded from Eris and that lady. But yeah, if you made it the whole 2 hours, thank you. Just leave a comment underneath the comment section, and we will chat. Because like, sometimes like I can't always pop up sometimes, so it's like that sometimes as well. So it's the same. Like, so with that being said, I'm gonna come off. Thank you, Genobia, for passing through. Yes, she's on the planet of desperation and la and a land of foolery. That's it. Yes, true. Yes. So with that said, I'll see you later. Have a good day, Genobia. Before my phone goes off again, and I'll see you guys later. Please leave a comment underneath. Tell me exactly what you think of the Eris and Victoria Everest situation, and what I was just talking about. For those from the mummy sector, if they're still around, I don't even know whether they're still around. I don't know. Yeah. So with that said, I'll see ya. Take care. Have a good day. Till next time, have a blessed day, Ocean. And you, Genobia. I'll see you later. Bye.